The wind is picking up. It will be more. They're talking about over 40 knots. Well, the weather has been really special the last couple of weeks. Seems to be caused by much higher than normal temperatures in the Mediterranean. There was some scary stuff going on. A dozen boats stranded on Formentera. The sailboat with the biggest mast in the world just sank north of Sicily. And we had over 50 knots here in Le Grand Mot as well. The wind has been blowing from the southeast. The forecast says that it's going to change in the other direction. We're going to have a big tramontana and a decent mistral, combining their efforts, blowing the wind from west to east. We're trying to time our trip to Cannes, and just after the wind turns, and then we have to hurry up a little bit to prevent us ending up in 50 knots around Saint-Tropez. We're not alone on board. Rob from Balavou, he just received us his Outremer 55. Rob is going to help me as Marijke is still in Holland and she will fly in directly to Cannes. And Nina is going to be on board, and we're going to take 3 engineers of the design office with us. Those 3 might play a role in our future boat as well, but let's get back to that later on. And we have a special guest, Eki, Swiss guy, so 7 people on board, must be fun. Let's get ready and start early morning to pass Saint-Tropez before the real storm starts. So it's 5 to 6, we're almost ready. Putting the code 0 on. We're waiting for design office. Well, they're not used to come out of bed this early, of course. We can only get the cross lines or the front lines off when we go a little bit forward. What we're going to do is the winds from that side. We have the back line on that side that we keep on as long as possible. And all the other lines we can take away.
There are 3 lines.
There are 3 lines still attached, yeah. The other ones are already off.
Smooth maneuver from Mark. Thanks to all the lessons of Outremer, we know exactly how to do that.
They can be fishing boys or whatever, but...
It was a very tight weather window. They had to leave just after the easterly strong wind stopped. A day later there would be a heavy tramontana and mistral. So they tried to be just in the middle.
We have a new Outremer sailor. His name is Eki. He's from Switzerland. Well, it was
my week even.
It was kind of sad. Eki rented an Outremer 51, but for the whole week they forecast 40 to 50 knots of wind. It's probably not the best week to convince your wife that it's a good idea to sail on an Outremer to Australia.
And in the middle of my frustration, I met Mark having a drink, and there I got the invitation.
Yeah, you offered me food and drink.
Offered food. Yeah.
Yes, so it was pretty easy to make a decision. And we're happy in the meantime because we have wind. We took down the code 0. We don't need it anymore today or tomorrow. And now we are trying to be in Cannes before the storm hits us.
That boat has a right of way because you are in the sort of the channel, and he is following the channel, and you are crossing the channel. Okay.
Testing all the different options where the wheel can be.
It is very good to come together with engineers and for the engineers to be at sea, but also for us to hear their stories and to be able to give them input.
This is also an option.
Ah, okay.
So somebody read Mark's book already, and now he's dreaming of sailing around the world himself.
If there is a
Tent is closed. You're inside.
then I don't go. I don't but I could answer.
Well, the ones who saw our latest episodes, they saw that we kind of fixed our mainsail in a provisionary way. We used a lot of insignia tape and a couple of stitches with the Speedy Stitcher. But of course this was not a professional repair. It did work really well, as long as we didn't jibe. We only had one request, and that was not to jibe the boat. Really helpful that Rob was on board, experienced around the world sailor, well, halfway around the world. He already sailed a lot with his 55 as well, so I felt really comfortable going down and catch a couple of hours of sleep. I do understand that Rob wanted to get a little bit more distance from the coast, so he did jibe. And he did a perfect job, very smooth, nothing happened, sails stayed in one piece. So, well, why worry, you would say? Well, the reason is maybe that only 1 or 2 minutes after he jibed, the wind went up from 8 knots to 25, 26, 27 in the direction of 30. And now we were on the other tack. Wind went up further even, 35. And still, if we wanted to go to Cannes, there were only 2 options, either to jibe back again or to do a 270 turn. So we did try to jibe back.
So yeah, of course, with a lot of wind, the sail didn't survive the jibe, but luckily we don't need it anymore. We only go back from Cannes to La Grande Motte, so we are not even going to repair it again, because in La Grande Motte, Greatcircle will have a brand new mainsail.
Inside the passage at Porquerolles, there's less wind.
So it's a good thing that they started so early yesterday, because now it's already starting to blow really hard. Luckily they're almost there. But it's actually the very first time that we rolled in the jib a little bit. Going 40,000 miles all around the world, it was never necessary.
Yeah, homeless. Arriving in Cannes, we go around the islands and then get the rest of the sails down. Not a lot left. Normally we never ever furl the jib, but well, now we had 42 knots apparent. So I'm awake now. Cold water.
24 now.
Huh? How is the mast? 24. Yes, but from the water until the mast is 24.6, and then you have to add the antenna.
But it survived all around the world. That's the positive thing about it. Yeah? Couple of stitches here, couple of stitches there.
So I only said on the stand-in. That means you perform the actions. That's what the stand-in do.
Yeah. Well, she would have been proud of you.
They won't be.
Maybe except for the guy, but.
They even already replaced the chain because it was very rusty. And now we have a beautiful stainless steel one.
Yeah, no, so we will do it now. I made a mistake on my boat. I ordered 90 meters and it didn't fit in the box. So we checked it and it was 140 meters. So the 52 meters we took off. But that's how we did it with my chain. So this chain cost €80 the meter, extra VAT. So
Well, not every day that we have a gunboat 72 right next to us. It's Leila, number 2. I'm captain off now. I'm back to being captain of the tender again. And we will try to find our boats. Well, it's simple because we are the ones with the worst anchor light.
exactly, but I can help you with this.
And then the Cannes boat show is starting and we're going to spend a lot of time there. Meeting all the new friends, checking out all the different catamarans.
Yes.
Yeah, all the rest.
All the rest.
No, not all the rest.
Well, we are pretty happy with our Outre-mer, but doesn't mean that we are not looking at all the other catamarans that are there in the market. It seems a bit silly to compare a palace like a Lagoon 60, the new model of Lagoon, with the Outre-mer. With both boats you can have a lot of fun, of course, and it depends entirely on your program and plans which boat will serve you best at a certain moment.
We really love the Lagoon 60. It is such a beautiful luxury boat. And if you look at the space in the hulls and also the flybridge, you can give a party over there.
But in the end, Outre-mer is preparing a new model, well, basically 2 new models, and we're still not in the position that we can talk about all the details. But for us, it would be a lot of fun to be able to introduce an entirely new model, and there seems to be an option to reserve a number 1 slot, which would be very special.
Getting in and out of the marina is not an easy job. We would need stickers. But now we have to get back to the boat because we have to re-anchor it, as they forecast a lot of wind. So we're gonna move to the other side, to the east side of the peninsula. But we have to go through this bridge before we can re-anchor. Well, we didn't start here last night. We went there. It's all weed at the bottom, and we had 50 meters of chain in 5 meters. The anchor started slipping. Can't be the new chain, you would say, but it's just the anchor that's just buried in weed. We managed to avoid hitting one of the other boats. It was quite a performance of the captain because it was not easy. I think 33, and the wind is increasing again, but we are here behind the little islands on the point where Navali says that it's smart to anchor.
And in hindsight, it was a very good anchorage. It was a lot calmer, but the next day we couldn't go to the boat show because it was just too far away and too windy to go by dinghy. In the late afternoon, as soon as the wind started to drop a little bit, we went back and had another couple of hours on the show. And in the next episode, we're going to check out some other boats and see some more friends.